always love having you on the desk with me when we get to talk about these interesting matchups, because Morg is pretty good into Rakan from what we know.
Mickey just did
he's going to kill him.
Perfect engage there. Sheriff's dead. I mean, you talked about it at the exact perfect time. Sheriff didn't dodge the binding. Mickey lands it, and that's the problem when you're playing into
and now look at top lane.
Maxwell coming in as well, will land the wall jump, the flash in as well. Smitty J low, here comes Shook trying to stop Maxwell and Alfari in their tracks, but Alfari's having none of that. Flash forward, there's one. Shook trying to get the damage down, but it's not enough to take out a Mundo.
They have full control over the river, and now they're setting it for a dive.
Teleport coming in as well here from the Mundo. Promise Q and Sheriff not in a good spot. Binding doesn't connect, but they're underneath the tower, and Misfits. Goon Squad is on its way. Promise Q flashes away. Sheriff trying to survive as well, but that's one, and Promise Q has nowhere to go. Senkuk's the slow stare into the eyes of the Rakan as he says, well, I might as well dance before my death. Senkuk gets the kill.
To try and challenge H2K as they set up a siege on the top side.
This is a little bit dangerous. Mickey's going to be the first to come in. Senkuk's in the wings as well. Level 9. Maxwell jumps forward, hits onto Shook, puts him in the box and says, that's your place. Shook down first. Senkuk's now in the midst of 3 members of H2K. Promise Q trying to land the quickness, but the binding doesn't quite connect for Mickey. And Misfits will get the kill and get out.
We've got to set our eyes on this jungle right now because H2K, they want to contest the red.
There's the quickness, lands straight on towards Maxwell, and he pops the exit and actually gets himself away.
But now Misfits, they want a bit of revenge. They have the enemy red buff in their sights, and here they go.
They also have Shook in their sights. It's not your jungle anymore, Shook. That belongs firmly to Misfits. Still have that Rift Herald in the pocket of Maxwell as well. And you can see that Drake percentage, not their best stat, but still pretty darn good. That's another one. Mickey here pops the Soul Shackles onto Smitty J. Promise Q jumping in, looking for the guillotine, but can't quite connect it. Alfari teleported in behind H2K here. Now they're caught all ways to Sunday, I guess. I don't even know where I'm going with that, and H2K don't even know where they're going because they have to run back in towards their base to get away from Misfits.
And now we see more action. Here we go, H2K still trying to be proactive.
Yeah, but 3 members of Misfits are just waiting for them in that bottom lane. Shook, binding connects, he kicks back Senkuk. Dark Shield wasn't there in time, and then dodges with the safeguard. H2K running back towards their own base. Hexagon made him on Promise Q, pops the quickness. There's the stopwatch from Maxwell on Promise Q. He's just trying to get away from this. The flash, Sheriff gets taken out. The Whirling Death won't connect onto Promise Q as well. Maxwell can't quite land the final tactical sweep, but Misfits 9-0 up, 9,000 gold ahead at the 16-minute mark. Have her soul shackled to the ground and then get killed as you escape. You run clucking off into the distance, and Senkuk's, he's going to be the first step here as H2K get a kill.
And a death start. So here we see Senkuk's using the wind wall to mitigate the damage. You then have the follow-up from Maxwell as well. I'm sure Senkuk's was saying to himself, you know what, I can win this 2 versus 1, but Maxwell says, you know what, I gotta be here just in case things go wrong.
It's so much on Promise Q. Promise Q has to make
it.
That's exactly what it's going to do. Lands the charm onto Hansama, but Alfari is that tanky frontline. Smitty J gets shredded on the back. Hansama with the kill. Here comes Senkuk's as well. H2K run for the wins, but Senkuk's feels the winds of war as he chases in. There's the last breath, and Shook has to flash, but Maxwell manages to get the kill on the backline. Misfits cleaning house in the H2K base.
H2K tried to go for one last fight. They knew that the game was likely over as Misfits all bound up, all ready to go, siege through the mid lane, and have the Nexus set to secure themselves another win.
5-0 is shortly to become 6-0, still undefeated Misfits, but yet to play the best team here in Europe. G2 are waiting in a couple of weeks' time, but for now, Misfits go 6-0.
Smiling, happy faces on Max Law. That was a very, very clean game from the Misfits squad. Wasn't quite perfect.